Asians don't come and take on black issues. Right.
So energetic.
And sit right in the black neighborhoods with the nail shops and don't give you no money to fix none of them drug houses that been damn near exploded by the police, but they want your money so you can get your.
Wait, why would you want to fix drug houses that been exploded by the police? Those are places where people use drugs. So you want the Asians to fix up drug houses so druggies can have a more comfortable time killing themselves using the drugs? That makes no sense at all.
Me personally, I advocate for black people. So, in my opinion, Dominican,
Great.
Haitian, they all seem the same. And I've met.
Wait, you think Dominicans and Haitians are all the same? No, they're not. Haiti is much more highly black and purely black since they kicked out all the biracial people. Also, Dominicans hate Haitians because Haiti conquered the Dominican Republic, which they had to fight back because the Dominican Republic was giving them harsh taxes and kind of oppressing them, which they just won their freedom from, I think, the Spanish or French or some shit like that. And of course, there always been a hatred between those two groups. Plus, the Dominican Republic, they're much more mixed because they kept their white population and Indian population, while the Haitians kick their white population out and their biracial population out too. So, yeah, they're much different. In fact, you tell a Dominican that he's a Haitian, he'll probably be highly insulted.
But you are black, you should be helping and worrying about your.
And I do.
Nobody cares about us.
And I do. But my question is this.
So, for all of you who did not catch up to this biracial woman said, if you are black, you need to care about your own because nobody gives a fuck about us. Well, in turn, you're not giving a fuck about anybody but black people, so I think that's a little bit of karma. Be the first one to the right you want to see be done to you. That's how I feel.
And that is not your first agenda, and you have drank in the white people's Kool-Aid. Right?
White people Kool-Aid.
If you have someone who has come
As long
and they are black.
As long as the white people's Kool-Aid is not from the people's temple, I'm cool with that.
We just got finished talking about Haitians. I know Haitians here in South Florida that are
technically all Kool-Aid is white people's Kool-Aid since a white person created Kool-Aid, or at least, published it.
documented. They came though because they came for various reasons.
About those immigrants. Let me say something else too.
That was my other
Mexican immigrants who are going to come over here, and according to statistics, when they get here and if they become citizen and they get their citizenship,
they mark white.
They have to find.
Yeah, they do. Most Mexican people mark white is because they are white. Usually some of the highest Mexicans that can immigrate to America is the white immigrants, since they have more money than the native immigrants. And also a large percentage of the Indian people that were in Mexico either was wiped out by disease or died in slavery. So their descendants fucked a lot of Spanish people and made these mestizos people who are damn near white by their own right.
Within a race. And do you know that 49% of Hispanics and Mexicans in this country identify with being white? So, miss me, they're not talking about the immigrants you just brought up. They're talking about the ones that can identify as white once they get over here.
Ironically, she's multiracial and white.
Do you have the stats, Nicole, for the history of us in America?
Us.
When it comes to immigration, what is the stats
I do.
on the people who are deported? What countries get deported? Before this DACA whole thing came up, what countries are known to get deported at high numbers?
I would say Latin Americans.
Okay, well, she's looking at that.
We're talking about people of color. Yeah, I'm gonna be concerned.
What does that mean people of color. What does that mean? I don't understand that term.
All right, people of color is in reference to everybody who's pretty much non-white, who of course have some form of heavy pigment in their skin, who, like black people, Indians, American Indians, Asians, who usually have a very pale skin complexion, but they're not white, so they're of course added in.
Well, here's my thing.
Minorities.
I don't understand. Oh, I can't say that I don't understand. I don't understand the only context that is given here as, okay, we're pro-black. Is that pro-black under 40,000 in the hood?
Under 40,000.
Is that what makes? I guess that's my thing.
I guess that would be pro-ghetto black, she's trying to say.
Because when I look at it, I have people
real
here
niggas.
In South Florida, you have a plethora of people. And you have black people that are what you would consider black. My mama's black, my dad's black.
Usually black people are considered black, just like white people are considered white.
We grew up in the black side of town. But you also have one of the fastest growing segment of community for deportees was African countries as well. So you also have.
Speaking of African countries, isn't it ironic that these people are, or at least this website is named after an African country, an African kingdom to be exact, fly Nubian queens, and they're kind of against black African immigrants and just immigrants in general. Isn't that ironic?
Look at the fact that a lot of times they don't know. When you look at a black person, that black person may be an undocumented immigrant from someplace like Haiti, from someplace like Cuba. You have blacks that are in Mexico.
Yes.
And even what Michi X was saying, like 49% of them come over and check white. They do. Middle Eastern
yes,
Indians,
they do.
They come over, they check white. They do. Because they're like, shoot, if I had to choose, it seems like the white people got it a whole lot better than the Hispanic people, the black people, and the...
Wait, she just said Hispanic people check white. So why would the Middle Easterners say Hispanic people? Like, most Hispanic people check white too.
And the other people of color. But 49 is still less than 51. That means 51%
Great.
Of them...
Basic math.
Last time I checked.
That's how many black people... Guess how many black people can check the white box, even if you're half white? Guess how many? 0. So
if you're half white, you can check biracial.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you're not.
Yes, you can.
No, there's a law that says that it's a lie. I was told I could not fill out a goddamn scholarship and claim that I was all white because I am half black. Thank you very much.
Wait. All right, so you can see that she's just a mad biracial. And of course, she cannot fill out a scholarship and say she's all white. She, of course, definitely doesn't look white to me. But yeah, these are 6 Nubian queens who are ironically against immigration, even though they're named after a foreign nation, a foreign kingdom called Nubia. Isn't that a bitch?
And put them in jail and prosecute them for that shit, they could. Just like the woman who unknowingly was on probation and she went to her church to vote for Obama, didn't know she couldn't. They put her in prison for 5 years. A white lady twice on purpose, thinking they was gonna tamper with her vote, and they gave her a $700 fine. And
I wish she actually name dropped these people. That would be sweet as hell.
Just because you have fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, corn, and mashed potatoes on your plate,
soul food,
that does not mean that you throw it in a blender and put it in a cup and drink that shit. You eat it separate.
All right, I think that would be actually healthier than eating it whole, because at least it would be liquids and you could like piss it out, sweat it out, or maybe diarrhea it out. I don't know. And your stomach doesn't have to like already digest it. It's liquid.
You eat what you like first, and then you eat what you like second, and then you eat what you like third. And the only reason why you eat what you like first is because it's your favorite. So I think that this country has done a wonderful job.
She looks like she'll eat all of it at once. All right, so she said this country is known for using favoritism, so why can't we? I think that it's wrong to actually do wrong to people. It's wrong to do the wrong that wrong you, if that makes sense. So that's kind of a reason why. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it right here. So 6 noisy Nubian queens hate immigrants. So ironic. And they're named after an immigrant nation.